Muscle Car Corner, heading on into the classic dirt bikes and motorcycles. It's one of my favorite sections. I'm an old dirt biker from way back when, riding motocross in the early 70s. And I've kept it going for 50 years. Still twisting the throttle occasionally. So, just wanted to bring these to you. Some old road racing bikes, pretty neat. A 1960 matchless Geo Racer. That is cool. All these bikes ran at Daytona back in the day in the 200. It's been going for many years at Daytona. I've been going to Augusta, MV Augusta, 1977 model. That's rare. I've never even seen one of those before. An 850 SS with 1,700 miles on it. Wow. A 77 Ducati 900 SS. That's an ugly bike, but you know what? Those things were cool. The opposed cylinders like that. It's a super sport, which I like. And you know what? This bike looks original. Look at those decals. You imagine going $1.50 around Daytona on that thing? Just rattling your teeth out. Munich 4 with a sidecar. Hello. Pretty neat. Now this is something I'm familiar with here. I rode three-wheelers for many years. Never owned one of these, but ridden a couple of them. They are death traps. They are so fast. 250R motor in it. I think this is an 86 model, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, sure enough, called it. Wheelie machine. I could wheelie those things all the way down a trail, right up into fifth gear on one wheel. My old crazy dirt biking days. Wow, this Honda Monkey. I've never seen one of those. It's got a little side car on it. Man. 2019 Monkey 125. Huh. Never seen one of those. That's what I had. I started on right there. 70 Q850. Now I got a 71 CT70 the next year. These bikes didn't handle worth a darn. They were just fun on the trail. 3-speed. Ooh, look at that 250R 4 tracks. Wow. This bike is like brand spanking new. It's been restored. Concourse restoration. That's a rare bike. I don't remember that one. I did have one of these 200Xs. They were fun. Trail bike. Three-wheelers, you need to know how to ride when you're on one of them bad boys, especially a 250R. They will get out of control. You got to slide them and oppose your weight going around the corners and whatnot. Look at that. I started out with a lawnmower engine mini bike before the Hondas in 67, I think it was. These little mini trails are cool little bikes. Wow, look at that one. It's gold-plated. Monkey limited edition. And a little Z special edition chrome. Little Z50. Cool colors on some of these. I don't remember these. That's a 74, right? No, it's a 94. Z50. It's got the 74 colors on it. Now I have this exact same bike right here. 87 CR500. Mine's in nicer condition than this one is. It's original. I put new plastic on it before they discontinued it. I'm anxious to see what this is going to go for. No reserve, 87 CR500. I rode mine for 8 years, and I tell you what, it's the fastest bike I've ever owned, bar none, and it still is, always will be. Roger DeCoster was instrumental on tuning the bike he rode for Honda back then, and he was an amazing legend. And it was all his R&D that made these the fastest ones. They were the hardest hit CR500 ever. You take this thing in a berm and you hit it, and it will come alive. It is wild. But I had my CR in a new WR450 I bought when I got done riding this. I went to a Yam WR450 and wide ratio transmission. This has got the racing transmission. And that WR would get my CR500 on a dirt road, a hard pack road, up until about third or fourth gear, and then the 500 would come alive and just walk it. There's no way you could beat this bike. But it had such a problem getting traction. I've tried every different tire possible on those things to get traction. But a little story about CR500s and Muscle Car Corner. Here's another 87 CR250. I'd really like to have this bike for my collection. This bike is really nice. Somebody's taking well care of this thing. It's got new plastic on the rear fender, which is normal. You always rink the back fenders on these. The 87 was the only year they had the gold wheels on it. $200, $250 Honda R. It's a cool bike. You don't see too many of these as well. It's pretty rare. 86, 250 RX, 250R, TRX. Estimate $7,500. That's a lot of money for that bike. It's double what it costs new. That's why I said I'm going to start getting into more of classic dirt bikes, buying and selling, and bring them here at Mecum. They're bringing them in. My collection's coming here, so I hate to pay them 10%, but you're going to get the biggest money here at Mecum for your dirt bike. My buddy across the street, Tom, had one of these little mini trail enduro. A 72, yep. This was even, I think, the same color he had. The old SL 350. These were cool bikes. I've ridden those many times. Buddy of mine had one. My dad had one. Indian. 2 Indians. They were funky. They weren't real good bikes, really, to be truthful with you. I stuck with Honda racing in the 70s. They were well built. These things weren't built with a darn. They never ran right. They broke. They didn't have any power. They're cool, but they just weren't practical as a full-on dirt bike you could race with. You know, it's stuff I'm not interested in. So we'll bring you on out here. There's a couple bikes. We got some nice ones here. A Bultaco. That was a Spanish bike made in Spain. I rode those back in the 70s. They didn't handle with the darn, but they were quick. There's another Bultaco, a Matador 250. Real rare. These are all sold. Another Bultaco. Another 73 Alpina. And a Persang. That's my favorite Bultaco right there. That bike was quick. 74 Persang. They made a lot of noise, but they were cool bikes. It's a nice collection of Bultacos, I tell you. It's amazing. Well, Muscle Car Corner signing out on some classic dirt bikes, a couple stories from my ventures on dirt bikes for many years, 50 years plus now. And they're always near and dear to my heart looking at these, so I hope you all appreciate them. And Muscle Car Corner signing out on some dirt bikes that are near and dear to my heart. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Appreciate y'all.